Hey folks, it's Lauren from Snowy's here with the Cedar Summit Basecamp down sleeping bag.
Hit it.
This bag is made from a durable but lightweight 20 denier nylon with 650 plus feel power goose down with a generous and versatile fit and a mat coupling feature. Hold up fam, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any awesome content on the Snowy's channel. Let's get into it. So the Basecamp is a unisex bag and it's a -9 bag. Now with the EN standardized testing of sleeping bag warmth, you get a couple of different ratings. Your main one is your comfort rating and the other one is your lower limit. Now according to those standards, a lower limit is the comfort rating for a male, whereas the normal comfort rating is what a female would be comfortable in. And that's mostly down to different physiologies and metabolic rates, all of that sort of hoo-ha. So being a unisex bag, the Basecamp is advertised with that -9, which is the lower limit for that unisex / male comfort rating. Whereas if you are a female looking at this bag, it's best if you work off that -4 comfort rating temperature. Now the bag itself comes in 2 different lengths. Your regular is suitable for users up to about 185 centimeters tall, whereas your long is going to suit users up to 198 centimeters tall. The bag also weighs between 1.9 and 2.1 kilos, depending on if you're going for your regular or your long. So what you'll get with your Basecamp is your storage cell. So your down's not going to be in a compressed state all the time. It will be packed away in this sort of larger storage cell here. You'll get your swing tag for the bag, which gives you a bit of extra information, and a nifty little Cedar Summit carabiner there. You'll also get a down certificate. Now this is the certification for the batch of down that's gone into your specific bag. So if you're buying more than one of these bags, maybe you want to invest in a couple for your kids or your family or whatever, you might get different ratings on your certificate because it does depend on the batch, but it will meet all of the same sort of minimum standards there. And you're also going to have your storage sack as well, which on the Basecamp is, I believe, a 26 litre. Yep, a 26 litre bag. Now that's going to be the same for your regular or your large. It's just going to be that compressed size that is different. So the material of the bag is a recycled 20 denier nylon. That's both inside and outside. The external shell having this slight ripstop woven into it, and it's also treated with a DWR, which is a down water repellency coating, which helps to keep your bag and therefore your insulation nice and dry. Now the internal feel power of the down in this bag is a 650 loft, so it's a really beautiful soft loft without needing to sort of be ultra compact for sort of car camping, four-wheel driving like this bag is designed for. But as you can see, it's super soft and super lush here. The material itself is also really soft and smooth, and especially on that internal side, you can see it's a little bit shiny here, but it's also really soft against the skin and a really nice sort of feel to have on the inside of your sleeping bag. So the baffles that we have on the bag themselves are a 3D construction, which basically means that the liner and the shell are separated by sort of like a third wall in between, which creates a nice 3D shape for the down to get quite a lot of loft in there and spread out. And it also means that there's not going to be any cold spots or pinch spots of the material there where there's going to be a gap in the down. Also talking about the gap of the down, the baffles across the body section of the sleeping bag are vertical, and that's to keep the down where it needs to be over the top of you when you're tossing and turning in your sleeping bag. There's no chance for the down to sort of move to the side and create large cold spots here. But then the vertical baffles move down again here, which gives you a bit of a variation on how that insulation is distributed. Right down to a 3D foot box here as well, which has its own individual baffles that are filled with down on the end. Now, in terms of the features of the bag, we have got an internal storage pocket here. It's just a little hidden pocket along one of the seam lines. Now, that's potentially going to be big enough to fit a phone in. I mean, I've got a Pixel phone, a larger phone, which wouldn't fit in this pocket, but a smaller phone potentially. Some keys, or I'm not sure, but there is a bit of a storage pocket here that you can put some valuables in. We've also got along the top here our little quilt lock spots, which are also double up to keep your zip secure at the top there, which means it can't sort of separate or work its way open. We've got along the top our baffle. It's a synthetic filled baffle, and that's going to run down the inside of all the zips to combat any cold spots and cold air coming through the zip. And it's also going to come across the front here where your head and neck's going to be. You can also see that that's sort of got a bit of a shape section here to make space for your chin and your head. Now along the top here as well, we've got another big baffle and quite a large hood here. Now I'll pull the bag down a little bit so the hood's sitting on top of the mattress. I have a foam core pillow here. Now that's a deluxe foam core pillow, which is the largest one. And it's a really great option for car campers because it's very similar in comfort to, say, a home pillow, but it does pack up nice and compact. And as you can see, that's going to fit inside the hood really comfortably there. You'll probably easily be able to fit a pillow from your bed at home in the top here as well. So on the hood, we also have a couple of soft touch adjustment points, which allow us to really sort of cinch in that bag. That can be across the top of the hood here as well as along the base here. We've also got a full length zipper that runs all the way down the side of the bag. Now inside of the zipper, we've got a little bit of reinforcing here that creates a bit of rigidity, and that's both on the baffle inside of the zip as well as on the back end here. And that just helps to keep your zip in a nice position when you're wanting to open and close the bag. And we've also got on our zip slider here, the zips have two zip sliders, one at the foot and one up at the head end. Your head end zipper, which is going to be your primary zipper, has this black zip plow, and that allows for just really quick and easy zipping up of those zips on the bags. Now the zippers on this particular bag are mirrored. So on this side, we've also got one full length zipper. And that means that running all the way down to the foot box here, you have both of those zips that they can come fully off, and then you're going to have a third zipper on the underside, which allows you to fully open up the foot box as well. Now what that means, having the bag completely surrounded by those three zips, is that it allows you to, if you want, fully unzip the top half of the bag like so and remove it if you want a nice sort of singular quilt. Maybe you're sitting around the campfire or something, you just want to take the top of your bag because you're traveling or you're going away on a trip and it's not going to be as cold. You want the versatility of taking just a sort of quilt size thing. That the Basecamp bag is going to give you the option. Now the other really nifty thing about this bag is we've got our mattress coupling. Now this is a really, really awesome feature to add in here because the bag itself is so big. It is really roomy. It gives you lots of space to sort of move and toss around. So this is just going to make sure that you're staying anchored onto your sleeping mat. So bearing in mind this is the regular size, and in the unisex this suits users up to around about 185 centimeters. So I am around 170 tall. So this should be more than ample in size for me, which yeah, it certainly is. I might just see if I can grab the pillow and tuck this into the hood while I'm here, like so. Right, now I'll wriggle my way back up. Now that's holding the pillow really nicely. Definitely not, I'm a tosser and turner when I sleep, so that pillow's not going to go anywhere. It's held in really well by the hood. It's especially if I wanted to sort of cinch in these additional toggles here. I'll do that from either side. Get that nice and cozy. Right. So this is like, especially with, I can feel the mat coupling here doing its job as well, because the bag, as I said, is nice and roomy. It's a very relaxed fit. I can definitely toss and turn, like even if I want to sleep on my side here, you can see the bag itself is not twisted. It's also going to be a really great option for a side sleeper. The bag, it's not twisting around, it's not getting tangled. The pillow tucked in the hood here is also not moving around. feels like an incredibly luxurious, incredibly comfortable sleeping bag that's going to be giving me a lot of that warmth from the down. And it's definitely feeling like I could be in my bed at home. So that's about it for the comfort test for the Basecamp. I'm going to get out and show you how to pack it away. So being a down bag and having a lot of that loft and insulation being filled with air, stuffing it away helps to sort of push all of that air out, and it keeps your bag in sort of a much smaller compressible state, which is one of the benefits of down over a synthetic bag. So your overall compressed size of the bag when it's fully packed is going to depend on how careful you are when you're stuffing it away into the sack, whether or not you're getting sort of smaller handfuls and really consciously pushing as much of the air out of it as you can, or whether or not, like me, you're just grabbing much larger handfuls and you are just stuffing it in for a really quick and easy sort of pack away. So you can see there's still a fair bit of room left in the top of the bag here. So I'm just going to pull that out like so, pull on that drawer cord, and we'll flop the lid over and connect up those straps. So this is just going to give you a bit of a rough idea of the overall pack size. I'm working my way around the bag. Now I'm just going to sort of put my body weight on, see if I can push a little bit more air out of that. So that's the Basecamp all packed up there. It probably only took me about 2 or 3 minutes, and I could probably, with a little bit more time, I could definitely make it smaller than it is here now. So as you can see, for a bag of this warmth rating, if you were to compare it for, say, some other alternatives that are designed for car camping or forward driving that have that synthetic fill, the size and the weight of this bag is significantly smaller. If you're looking for a bag that's going to be suitable for, say, your 900 or 1100 wide swag, or you just want a little bit more of that home comfort in your sleeping bag when you're camping, and you want something that's guaranteed to keep you warm, especially to what it says it's going to do, then the Cedar Summit Basecamp is for you. You can get this at snowies.com.au at our low prices every day.